Hello, people. Today I have with us the Hexa Gear Governor Volume 6, Early Governor Volume 6. And this is a small, somewhat modern soldier, a female, as you can see by the narrow sculpt, compared to some of the other ones that you have and that I've shown before. She's quite small. This one, obviously I have two, is, in my opinion, one of the cool normal type characters. And I do like the idea of over-the-top science fiction, but there's something about having a person that's just a person in the mix. And that's always, I think, a really rare thing. They actually have a new kit, which is two basically mechanics that work on the Hexa Gear vehicles. And that one, I just really love the idea of, just regular people. And these seem like the type. Obviously, they are equipped with some heavy armor there. Looks like a heavy-duty vest. They got their battle dress uniforms. They got some nice boots. Big pack. This one is a laptop, so you can fold that out. And they also have a syringe. So they're probably not going to be in a combat scenario because I don't know exactly why, but that just doesn't seem to be their role. Even though in the archive card, they do include a weapon. This is a very cute art card too. Very charming. But I can go ahead and show some of the articulation. So, we start at the head, like usual. This one is mounted on a ball joint. Took her hat off. But it is a simple, maybe not so simple. You see it splitting in there. I don't want to break it. Let's see if I can pull it off without killing her. Let me try it on the other one, because that's looking scary. Now her head doesn't want to stay on. Okay, we'll try with her. So yeah, simple ball joint, and that connects to, simple socket. You just plug that in. Easy as can be. Typical ball joint function on her head. Inside her shoulder. Let's see if I can get it to focus. There you go. We have this ball joint here is on a peg inside, and then this is pegged in together here. So you get an up and down, and you get a rotation. But this one, it's not very apparent. You can see, maybe you can't, but you can turn it like this inside here. So it's not a ball joint per se. It's a peg going in and a peg going across. There is a rotation here at the upper elbow, and that's where you're going to get your directional turn there, and a simple hinge joint at the elbow, which works mighty fine with this character. These ones are those very awful ball joints that go into a socket. These are very soft, so what ends up happening is if they wear down or if they get pressed into a certain position, they flatten out and then they'll fall out. You'll hear a lot of complaints about the governor line in their hands. Inside here, there's a nice articulation on a peg system that gives you an ab crunch, and you get that nice hip swivel. Right here on the legs, that pin is what is giving that rock, I believe. I don't remember. But there is no articulation inside this section, except for on the leg, which of course is on the ball joint. You can get the freedom of said ball joint. There are some more complaints about those ball joints. They are rather finicky because it is hard plastic going into hard plastic. These do tend to widen out And so you have the opposite problem of this, where the hands get flat. This one widens out. Here you have simple knee, just a simple hinge. Nothing wrong with it though, on the scale that it is. I don't expect there to be more. There is a rotation on the boot, so you can turn that. I don't know why it keeps not focusing. It's only that on the screen guy. But you do have a rotation on the boot, so you can get some dynamic poses. And then you do get a simple, you can see a hinge here to rock the foot in any direction you'd like. Oh, and there is a peg down here so that you can rock the boot even more. You get that nice settled out position to get a good stance. So they can be posed in many different ways. They are not exactly the most well balanced. They are top heavy because of that pack. So you remove that and you can do some quite fun posing. So I'm going to show you what it includes in the pack. When you buy one of these, you're going to get a plethora of hands. You're going to get your tiny little laptop, which does need some paint, obviously, to make it look a little bit more detailed. You're going to also receive a syringe, which tells you what they kind of think of these women soldiers. And you're going to get a few different head styles. And so you can see here that I have the helmet here, same as this one. And there are two different pilot styles. So you get one with the goggles, you get one without, and you get a couple of blank heads with a regular military style cap. This one has glasses on the top, but as you see here, unpainted face. And then there's another one, glasses on top, but with a radio on. Sorry, there are 5 different styles on here. So you get the 2 currently equipped and these 3 additional ones. So the goggles, the headset, and the non-headset. Oh, let's launch her up. And the non-headset. Now you can see these are really small. This is my thumb. My thumb is pretty big, but I mean, they're really, really tiny. These things are compatible with other 3mm equipment, so you're going to use some of the weapons from the other sets, and they can hold on to them no problem. So at least they can receive some weapons to match up with their compatriots. Now I wanted to do some size comparison. I do tend to use him a lot, but we're going to go ahead and show off the other early governor, Mr. Topless over here. You can see how big he is compared to these gals. Obviously they wanted to focus on the diminutive nature of the woman soldier. And also in the Hexa Gears line, we have, oh, let's go ahead and move her out of the way then, a Parapon soldier. She is quite a bit smaller than these two. And some other females in 124 scale. We have the Assassin Yui and Architect, who lost her hand. It's sitting here on my table. Funny gal. So she's about the same size as Architect there, but a little bit shorter than Yui. A little bit thicker than Yui is, but Yui is a robot, so that's a little bit to be expected. And last but not least, I wanted to show her with a regular number 57 guy. He is quite big, but, you know, in comparison to our our soldier here. It's about the same height. It's kind of funny. And the last thing you get when these ones is just a lot of hands. So you get a peace sign. You get the thumbs up that I had in the beginning of the video, and open hand, closed fist, and a weapons holding hand. So not too much to write home about, but there is definitely a lot to play around with. So these ones, I think they're on the lower end of $20. I think that's a fair price for what you get. With some paint, you're obviously going to get a lot better of a look out of it, but it isn't bad right out of the box. The faces are where their weak points are. Obviously, they need some love on their faces. They're a little bit soulless without anything on their eyes. They did recently come out with a decal pack for eyes for these smaller soldiers, and I hope I can get one of those soon because I'm really bad at painting eyes. But this is, again, the Hexa Gear Governor, Early Governor, Volume 6. So this is the 6th in the series, and obviously I'm not doing them in order at all, but it is a very cool set, and I hope that you guys like it. It is worth the price, in my opinion. The Hexa Gears are kind of expensive, but to me, the enjoyment that you get when putting them together, posing them, and everything like that is definitely worth it. I mean, you can tell it doesn't want to stay together very well, but it's not horrendous. It isn't something that you say, I can't do these anymore. I can see how some people would say that, but not me. I think what you get is definitely worth. I mean, it's under $20. I think it's 20. I think I got these ones for $16.99 actually, but I think they go for, in the States, around $20. So it is definitely worth the get, in my opinion. I wish that it came with a little bit more in terms of weapons or anything like that. If you look at the Early Governor Volume 4, which is the one I keep using, the Naked Man, he comes with the whole sprue of weapons. And so I think it would be a little bit more fair if you gave these gals something to play with. They do have those packs, which the topless guy obviously doesn't have, but it's not a lot. There's other governors that have a lot more going for them, I think. That said, like she is a very regular person, so it's like it doesn't need to be an over-the-top anime-esque figure. It's just a gal, you know. She looks like she could be a police officer. She looks like she could be just the standard issue soldier, you know. She doesn't have to be a super soldier of any sort. She's really cool, at least in my opinion. So with her taking a nap now, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you very much for watching. I would love to see your opinion on this kit, so please leave a comment if you are so inclined. And thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time, or you'll see me. More than likely, though, you will see my stuff. Have a good day.